Welcome to Football Central. Tonight is a season preview of the 2020-21 football season. So today we're going to be talking about the latest transfer deals, what our predictions are going to be in terms of who will finish in the table, who will win the Premier League, who will get into the top four, who will go down to the Championship, who will come up from the Championship, what's going to happen also in League One and League Two. I mean, it's very, very interesting. Like I said, so many interesting things. I mean, the transfer window started off really slow, but now we've had some. It seems to be going quite fast. Chelsea, the business they have done, I think, has been absolutely outstanding. We've had Kai Havertz from Bayer Leverkusen. JLI Wheels is just having his tea, so he will be back. He will be here in about 15 minutes. We're here until 8:30 tonight, so if you want to ask me and JLI Wheels a question, then feel free to. Just drop it in the live chat below. Try keep it on the subject of football, because tonight is a football show, we're going to be talking about all the interesting details. Newcastle, Callum Wilson from Bournemouth, they've signed. They've also signed his teammate Ryan Fraser, and two good players that are coming to Newcastle. Chelsea, as I said, I think it's Thiago Silva, that's how you pronounce him. Kai Havertz from Bayer Leverkusen, Timo Werner from RB Leipzig. I have to think there, and then Thiago Silva, Kai Havertz, Ben Chilwell, that's right, from Leicester City, they signed so many players. The young defender Sarr, but he's going to be going out on loan. You get the point. Chelsea have done. Wolves are starting. I mean, they're close to completing the signing of the Porto midfielder Vitor Ferreira, and they've also signed some other players. Ollie Watkins has joined Aston Villa. Oliver Burke, former West Brom player, has arrived at Sheffield United, with Callum Robinson joining West Brom, which is sent on loan. Watford have lost Doucouré, as Everton has signed him. And could Troy Deeney potentially be leaving? Yeah, so Aston Villa have signed Ollie Watkins. That reunites him with his former manager, Dean Smith, who of course was Brentford's manager before being replaced by his assistant, Thomas Frank, who has really built on and done one bit better than Dean Smith has did at the club. Chelsea apparently on the verge of confirming of young goalkeeper Edouard Mendy from Rennes, after the Rennes technical director confirmed he did want to go to Chelsea. And talks, if the deal does go through, it's going to be a much cheaper deal than the 72 million that they paid for Kepa Arrizabalaga from Athletic Bilbao, who I think it's safe to say has not really been sorry, excuse me, I'll just sort this out. Right. Sorry about that. Right, so yeah, as you can see, lots of big signings. Jamal Lewis, the young left back from Norwich, has gone to Newcastle. So again, another good signing. I think Newcastle have done some cracking business, and a few players who futures up in the air. Will Michy Batshuayi go back to Crystal Palace, either on loan or permanent transfer? But Palace actually are wanting Conor Gallagher, the Chelsea young midfielder. But if they do sign Batshuayi, they can't have Conor Gallagher because of the rules, which is it's an interesting one. Palace signed Easy, or I don't know how you pronounce it, but from, I'm sure you know, I mean, from QPR. Will Manchester United get Sergio Reguilon, who's had a brilliant season with Sevilla? And to be honest, I think it's quite crazy that after his, he did well when Real Madrid weren't doing well under Julian Locatelli and then Sebastian Solari. Right, excuse me. Right, so yes, and yet after having a good season, but he's behind Marcelo and Ferland Mendy, who's had a brilliant season since signing from Lyon. Very good signing for Madrid. And yeah, James Rodriguez, talking of Madrid, has left Real Madrid to join Everton. Everton have also completed the signing of midfielder Allen from Napoli, which reunites him with his former manager Carlo Ancelotti. I had to laugh. Professor Ancelotti. That's really. I thought that was quite funny, but I suppose he is. Right. So yeah. Yes, as you can see, we're going to be talking about transfers, but we're also going to be talking about predictions, which players we think are going to do well, and yeah, which players we think could be on the moves. I mean, will Tomori go on loan? Because with Thiago Silva and Chelsea are quite cluttered up with defenders. They've got still Christensen, and what's going on at Arsenal? Will we see Matteo Guendouzi, Lucas Torreira, Socrates? Will we see him join Napoli because the Napoli president said they're in talks? Will we see Rob Holding, Callum Chambers? I mean, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, but Maitland-Niles is a player that I think is a very useful player to have, and he's certainly proved that in the big games like the Community Shield that he is a really good player, and he's versatile as well. So really, right, yes, so as I said, Jello Wheels will be here in 15 minutes. Well, actually, that'll be just less than 15 minutes. Really can't wait. It'd be great for him to come on and share his views on Chelsea's transfer business and a lot of other moves. It's just, the transfer window was so slow, but now we're really getting on the bandwagon. It's really getting into a nice rhythm. Oh, excuse me. As I said, yeah. Yes. So yeah, as I said, yeah, we're going to be talking about lots of transfers, and yeah, will Thiago be on the move, potentially leaving Bayern Munich? Will Luis Suarez be leaving Barcelona to join Juventus. And well, one of the biggest big stories, obviously, that I don't think any of us could have seen coming, Lionel Messi wanting to leave Barcelona. I mean, I just couldn't believe it. Of course, he's staying now, but it's not like he's really happy there. Messi's staying because he doesn't want to get the club into court. So, yeah, potentially. I mean, Messi said he's gonna try his best and give it his all. But if he's not happy and a player with him that's not happy, I don't know. I think that's a really bad idea, because the problem is Messi has too much power a little bit at Barcelona. I really think they need to stop that, because no player should become bigger than the club, and Messi has become bigger than the club. And the one thing Barcelona needs to do, look, Messi's not going to be playing forever, so they've got to prepare for the future, and that's one thing that they just don't seem to be good at all. They're always relying on Messi. They're always relying on they're always relying on the likes of Messi, Busquets, Alba. You know, they're not young players. Oh, Ivan Rakitic, he's got back to Sevilla. So, yeah, as I said, lots of transfers. Right. So yeah, it's good to be back. And of course, after today, Match Talk Live will be back on the 1st, on Saturday the 12th of September, which of course is this Saturday, as it's the start of the new Premier League season. So really can't wait for that. So yeah, really looking forward to covering more football matches. And before we properly start, before JLI Wheels gets here, I've been thinking about the review show, and obviously I plan to do 10 episodes. So what I propose is that what I'm going to do, so tomorrow, which is Thursday, and then Friday, you're going to have 2 episodes. So I've done 7, so it's going to be 8 and 9, and then episode 10 on Friday to end. So I'm going to be reviewing the Jungle Book, Mary Poppins, Toy Story, and the Sherman Brothers story. And let's welcome him in is JLI Wheels. He's arrived. Hello, JLI Wheels.
Hello, mate. How are we doing?
Yeah, brilliant, mate. I'm really looking forward to this. You know, I was just saying the transfer window, you know, it was a bit slow at the beginning, but we've seen some really big deals. You know, it's really getting into a nice rhythm. You know, and yeah, it's interesting.
I mean, it's been to me a hell of a window once it's opened up. You know, you see the deals that have been done from Chelsea, from Everton recently. From,
yeah, absolutely.
Man City as well have done good business very quietly.
Yeah.
So yeah, and we're just hearing today that there's some movement on the Sancho saga.
Yes, yeah, I've just seen that, but Dortmund, well. Yeah, I'm not really. Do you know, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I mean,
Dortmund are a selling club.
They are, yeah. But they denied he was going, and then I don't know.
This is from the same sporting director that turned around and said, you know,
that
Dembele is definitely
to
not
Barcelona,
leaving.
yeah.
About 2 weeks later, he signed for Barcelona. So. Yeah, the transfer window has been very interesting. We've seen some some big deals. You know, Arsenal have made a lot of good
Yeah,
deals.
Gabriel, Willian on a free transfer. That's a brilliant deal, the Willian one particularly.
From well, not I don't think so. Not financially. Not when he's on 220 something a week and he's 33 years old or whatever he is. I don't know about that.
Yeah, but he's still quick. He's still banging in the goals. He is.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I think he's good enough, but you know, I think the biggest deal for Arsenal is definitely Ceballos rejoining.
Yes, I mean he formed a really. He seems to really have a good understanding with Granit Xhaka, forming into a good midfield partnership. And let's not forget that Xhaka, a couple of months ago, he had that huge drama with the fans getting on him and ripping off the captain's armband. I thought he was a goner after that.
Yeah, so what is your plan for today's stream, Will?
Well, my plan is what I was thinking. We could look. There's lots of transfers to talk about, but also, you know, I'd like to talk about a bit about League One, League Two, our predictions. You know, where who's going to get relegated, who's going to come up, who's going to win the Premier League. Sort of that kind of thing, basically. And
it's kind of difficult to do with just the two of us, but we'll have to give. We'll have to give it a go.
Yeah, I think we'll be able to do it. And of course, if we do get any breaking transfer news, then we will bring it to you because we're until 8:30. So who knows? We could see some big deals. One of the biggest stories, of course, it didn't end up happening, but I want to start with. Barcelona, I mean, Lionel Messi saying he wants to leave the club. Nobody would have seen that coming.
Well, I mean, it's been a big rumor in Spain and around the world for a couple of seasons now, and you know we've heard Messi come out and say that it's all to do with the chairman guy.
The president,
or however you want to say it. You know, Barcelona themselves are gonna, you know, by the sounds of it, are gonna lose quite a few players anyway. You know, we've heard that Suarez is on his way to
Juventus.
I've heard that Vidal is also on his way back there. You know, that's a big rumor.
Yeah.
Titi might be going back to Lyon.
Yeah.
So you know, I think they're gonna. You know, he's obviously got an idea. You know, there's been a fee agreed with Liverpool for Wijnaldum, and for some reason they passed up on Van der Beek, but you know, I think Ronald Koeman was a very big fan of Van der Beek.
Yeah,
so I think that's quite a good signing by United, but I don't know where he fits in there. But yeah, let's stick with the Barca. Well, you know, I think with Lionel Messi, you know, personally, there's always been that question on him, hasn't there? You know, can he cut it in a bigger league? Can he do it somewhere else? You know, the old adage goes, could he do it on a Tuesday night in Stoke? You know, I think nowadays it'd be, could he do it in a Tuesday night in Sheffield or Burnley or something like that?
Yeah.
You know, so I think it would have been interesting. I mean, we've also heard a lot of things where it came out that Pep Guardiola had actually told Messi to stay with Barca. Where, you know, I've talked about this. Me and our co-host Sam have had a multitude of conversations about it. Me and another friend of ours. Well, there's quite a few of them that like football. I'm just going to say another friend of ours. I've had conversations about it, and also, you know, I've had lots of conversations about it at work. And between all those conversations, you know, me, Sam, our other friends, my work colleagues, we've all said the only place realistically, I think, and they all seem to agree, that he could go was Man City. I think the quality of the league in France would have meant that he probably wouldn't have gone to PSG. And I think that Bayern Munich have, you know, have too strong a squad. I know you'd never turn down Lionel Messi, of course.
No, no,
But
of
for
course
me,
not.
you look at that team, and it's pretty much the strongest.
Oh,
From
absolutely,
top to
yeah.
bottom. And the thing is if you put Messi at striker, does he lose out to Lewandowski? Well, I don't know. And then could you put him on the wing? Well, they've got Nabry on one side, and they've not kept Perisic, which is interesting. I thought they would have done. He's just gone back. He's gone back to Inter Milan, hasn't he? That's been confirmed.
Yeah, yeah.
Which I think is a very interesting one.
It is, yeah, yeah.
So, for me, I just think that the strength of Bayern Munich means he wouldn't go there, and City. I don't know, losing Silva. I know they've got Foden and he looks great, but yeah, like I said, you're not going to turn down Messi.
Oh, no, no, of course not.
But
No.
obviously Guardiola had quite an active role in that situation. So yeah, I mean, you don't hear too much about Barcelona being linked with players, which is weird.
Yeah,
All I've heard is I heard Van der Beek very early on. I heard Wijnaldum. Obviously there's the link with Lautaro Martinez or whatever his
yeah,
name is.
yeah, from Inter Milan, yeah.
That one just won't seem to go away. But to me, you look at the business Inter are doing, and if I was Juventus, I'd be pretty scared because Inter are building a big side.
Yeah,
They got one of the most underrated goalkeepers in world football in Handanovic, and then you've got like Skriniar and
Lukaku, Sanchez.
yeah, Lukaku. Sanchez is staying, which is an interesting one. Hakimi from Dortmund, which is not from Dortmund, from Real Madrid. Sorry.
Yeah, but he was on loan from Dortmund, so yeah.
Yeah. I think Inter are big contenders this year.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
the Kante rumor as well. What is one I've seen loads and just refuses to go away. The Kante to Inter Milan rumor I've seen a lot.
yeah,
I don't know if you've seen that.
yeah,
as well.
yeah. I've seen that. Yeah.
So yeah, it's very interesting. World football has changed. I think.
Yeah,
For some reason, in a time where we all thought, that all these different big transfers maybe wouldn't happen. A lot.
oh
have.
yeah, for obvious reasons, yeah.
A lot have, which is very, very interesting.
It is, yeah. I didn't think that we'd see many big transfers, but no, we've seen quite a lot happen. I mean, the Kai Havertz. I mean, that was something like 90 million or something.
Yeah, but Kai Havertz was going to happen, wasn't it? I think.
Yes,
Kai
because
Havertz was going to happen.
yeah, because he told Leverkusen he
Uh,
wanted to leave. I think so.
Yeah. So I'm just having a look, and apparently the rumor actually now is that Vidal's going to go to Inter Milan.
Well, he'd be a good signing. Very experienced, obviously. Had a lot of success at Bayern Munich, and he did play for Juventus, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean,
And Barca, of course.
I'm just having a look here. Sorry, I'm just having a look at
No, that's all right.
who they've brought in and who they've got now in the team. So obviously, the big departure for them was
Rakitic?
no, that's Barcelona. I couldn't believe it.
Oh,
He only
sorry.
He only went for £1.5 million. But yeah, Inter Milan's big departure was Icardi, but he was obviously on loan
Yeah,
at PSG. But people that were on loan in other places that are Inter Milan players, you're looking at some of these names, you're thinking, oh wow, okay. I'm just going to read to me the main two off that catch my eye is Perisic, obviously, and
Yeah.
also Raja Nangolan.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So that's two big players. So you got those two coming back, and they'll probably play a part. Then Hakimi,
Yeah.
Sanchez, Barella has been made a permanent transfer, as has
Oh.
Stefano Senzi from Sassuolo, and then Alexander Kolarov signed yesterday, which I think is a
From
great
Roma,
bit of
yeah.
business. I think that's a brilliant bit of business because he's been one of the best fullbacks in the Italian league.
Yeah, man,
Um,
obviously he had a lot of success with City, didn't he,
I
as
think it
well?
was quite an interesting one that he left City in the first place.
Well, I suppose Pep really wanted, Benjamin Mendy, and, they signed him from Monaco, and it's really been a disaster, particularly for Mendy.
So yeah, going back to Messi. Sorry, we did.
No,
we,
no,
we
that's fine.
digressed a little bit. It's been a while since we've talked football, isn't it? So there's a lot to talk about. Yeah, going
Absolutely.
back to Messi, I think it's. I've heard it said that it was an uneasy alliance, and I think that's about true. An uneasy truce. So we'll see if he still gets the same amount of numbers that he got last season, and I think personally that Messi hasn't regressed. So
No, he's still banging in the goals, it is.
still scores and still assists the same. So that's what's important, isn't it?
Yeah, and really, the biggest thing he dislikes is the president. I mean, he actually destroyed him. If I was Bartomeu, I don't know how you pronounce his name, but if I was in that interview, I'd be very embarrassed, and I would just walk. I think because he got absolutely hammered by Messi. He did really
Well,
ripped
he
in
turned around
shreds.
and said that he would leave. Obviously, he did as well, Bartomeu.
Yeah,
He said he would leave if it meant Messi would stay.
yeah. Oh, who knows? It's like a soap opera at Barcelona now. Since that incredible 8-2 result by Bayern Munich, I couldn't believe it. That was wow. Still to this, since that result, I've just been stunned at what's been going on at Barcelona.
Yeah, I don't think he'll go. I think he'll go next year. I think
Messi
he'll go
or the
next year. Messi, Bartomeu's already gone, hasn't he?
I don't know. I've not heard anything about him going. As far as I know, I think it'd be in the news if he'd gone. No, he's still the president.
Is he? Wow. Okay. So yeah, I didn't see that coming. Oh, this is interesting.
Oh, what have you found?
So I think this is a pretty big one.
Oh.
Fulham have announced the signing of Real Madrid goalkeeper Alphonse Areola. Now I don't know if they're saying it's going to be a loan, isn't it? But
Oh
guy's
yeah,
basically-
something's just come in with the French flag, and
Yeah.
I'll obviously turn down the sound here. Yeah, well, yeah, but it probably will be alone because I'm sure, mind you. I mean, it's not like he's Madrid's first
he's
choice
Madrid's
goalkeeper
second
anyway.
choice, isn't he?
What's that, sorry?
He's the second choice.
Yes, because Courtois, I mean, again, a brilliant goalkeeper who was so great for Chelsea. If they could have Courtois back,
So, if you want to start with the leagues and who's gone up and who's gone down, let's start there then. So,
yes, okay.
going into League Two was obviously two new boys. I don't know if I know Harrogate are a completely new team, but I mean they've never been in the Football League, but I think Barrow have done in the 70s.
Yeah, I think so.
So, and then going down into League Two are obviously Bolton, Was it Bolton, Tranmere?
Yeah.
Oh God, Bolton and Tranmere. And then another team because Bury, obviously because Bury were expelled or whatever. That means that only one went down. Do you know what? I can't remember who the other team is, but for Harrogate, Steve is his name. I think his name's Stephen Walker or something like. Simon Weaver is a brilliant manager. If you watch the BT Sport YouTube channel, they have weekly highlights of all the National League games.
Ooh.
So I have watched Harrogate play quite a few times. They play good style. My favourite player there is actually the goalkeeper, Jamie Belshaw. I think he's very good, or I'm sure that's his name. We'll see how they do, and then Barrow as well, managed by former. I think he played for Blackpool in the Premier League, but what I remember him mostly for is Chesterfield. Ian Evatt, who's now gone to manage Bolton. A very good Bolton side, I may add. Crewe played them yesterday in the EFL Trophy and beat them 3-2. But they're a very good side, so we'll see what goes on with Barrow and Harrogate. There's no point really. It's kind of hard to talk about the lower leagues, especially because yourself, you don't follow the lower leagues, so it's kind of difficult. So yeah, so that's them. That's them. I think Tranmere have made some pretty decent signings for their level.
Okay.
I don't know who they've signed. All I know is Joe Murphy, a guy that used to play for them years and years ago. Somebody I work with is a Tranmere fan, and he said apparently they made cracking signings. I know another one is James Vaughan, the former Everton striker, if you remember him.
No.
Playing at Bradford last season, I think he was the youngest Premier League goal scorer. James Vaughan at Everton, and it just didn't work out for him. So. Yeah, but he's still a pretty decent goal scorer, I think.
Oh.
But yeah. Bolton have made some great signings. A couple of ex-Crewe players. To be honest.
Okay.
The league's top goal scorer last year, Owen Doyle, has gone to Bolton. One of Plymouth's players of the season, Anthony Sarcevic, former Crewe youth player, and former Crewe striker Sean Miller has also gone there. So they've made some good signings. Their best player, I think, or one of their best signings, is going to be the young goalkeeper Billy Crellin from Fleetwood Town. And because he played a very good game yesterday, I thought.
Yeah.
We'll see. I think Bolton have the manager. Having seen them play now, they have the manager and the players to really challenge. But God knows, you want to see teams do well, especially somebody like Bolton, who have had so many good players over the years. We're talking about JJ Okocha, we're talking about Fabrice Mwamba, who obviously went through a load of a really bad time. UC Askelainen, obviously his son Will is the number one for Crewe Alex, just as a point, and so yeah, I really want to see Bolton do well.
Right.
Just because, same as I always am with the, I think of classic Premier League sides like Portsmouth and Sunderland and things like that. So, yeah. So I think Bolton will go straight back up, in my opinion.
Right. Yeah. We'll see.
If you want to move on to League One, we can do that. Obviously, being a Crewe fan, I know a lot more about League One.
Oh, well, yeah. Seeing as your strength, take us through, League One, who you...
Okay, so League One this time is going to be... so Crewe, Swindon Town and Plymouth Argyle went up,
Yep.
and I think who went down? Wigan. Wigan went down, as did. Oh my God. Luton Town survived. Oh my God, I don't know. Trying to think. Wigan and Hull and Charlton. That was it. There you go. They're the three that went down.
Oh.
And Crewe and Plymouth Argyle and Swindon Town went up. So I'll start first with Plymouth Argyle. They're a good side, I think they've played some great stuff. Again, a lot of Crewe links there. They're managed by former Crewe Alex player Ryan Lowe. They did the double over Crewe last season, beat us 3-0 at home on the first day of the season, and then they beat us 2-0, 2-1 at their ground, which Chris Porter's missed the biggest sitter I've ever seen. They've got a good style, and I think it's hard to gauge, but they should be okay. But you never know. Swindon Town, they obviously went up as champions because of points per game. If not, it probably would have been us that would have gone up as champions. But again, their biggest threat, I think, was Owen Doyle, and I can't believe that they let him go in the end. It's very interesting that they he went to Bolton.
Yeah.
And in terms of players they've signed, I'm not too sure
who
they've signed. I know they've signed they had a guy on loan in goal from Swansea, and now they've signed somebody on loan to go in goal for Man United. So maybe that's their new number one. As for Crewe, well, it's been a great pre-season so far. Signed up midfielders like Ollie Finney and left back Harry Pickering, who was subject to interest from Liverpool.
Wow.
They've all been signed up to new deals, and got rid of released sort of to me one of our key midfielders, Paul Green. He's gone to Boston United in the Vanarama National League North. And then got rid of Jamie Jones as well. He went to Lincoln and played against us in the Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
But other than that, we've kept the majority of players. In terms of people that we brought in Ofrande Zanzala, a winger from Accrington Stanley, Mikael Mandron, a striker from Gillingham, Luke Murphy's come back from Bolton, which is a big deal. Obviously, the promotion. He was captain for a while until he went to Leeds, and it's good to have him back. And it's a big move, a bit of a shock move, but it was a big move. And then we've signed Donovan Daniels from Luton Town.
Yeah.
And Omar Beckles, one of the standout players in the league last season, has joined us from Shrewsbury on a free. Now, Crewe played twice already this season, competitively. Last Saturday against Luton Town, they got beat. And yesterday they won against Bolton in the Checkatrade Trophy, or whatever you want to call it. And on Saturday they were against Charlton Athletic. We've got a pretty hard few games coming up.
Oh.
But it's very exciting to be an Alex fan at the minute. There's a lot to look forward to, and a lot of good things going on. And to me, I'm looking forward to it. I really am, and I think we could surprise a few people. And but the main thing for me is we kept all of our best players. I didn't think Perry and G stayed. Harry Pickering has stayed. Ryan Wintle has stayed.
He was
Charlie
linked
Kirk
with
has
Liverpool.
stayed.
Sorry to interrupt you, but Harry Pickering, he was linked with
Harry
Liverpool.
Pickering was linked with Liverpool, yeah.
Wow.
Apparently a £5 million fee it was going to be, but
Wow.
yeah. So we've kept all of our best players, and I think that means
Brilliant.
it could be a handful for teams. I think we'll survive, but I still think it might be a bit nervy. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Right.
Next up,
Okay.
maybe you might know a little bit about this, but it's the next up is the Championship.
Yep.
Obviously Norwich. Norwich. Oh God.
Yeah.
Who went Norwich, Watford, and wow, has it really been that long?
I know we've lost track, but Norwich, Watford. Oh my. Oh no, that's the table for this season, which hasn't even started. Oh man. Norwich,
wow.
Watford. It's gone. It's
Bournemouth.
gone.
Bournemouth.
Bournemouth. That's it. Yeah.
There we go. There we go. So,
Oh, dear.
Norwich, Watford, and Bournemouth going down. Coventry, Rotherham, and somebody else that I don't remember again. For God's sake.
Well.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's been so long, you know. I've lost track.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to think. I really don't know, you know. Right, let's leave that anyway. So,
Okay.
with the new teams that have come up, I think Coventry have probably done the most
Yeah.
that I know of. They've made some pretty decent signings
Okay.
from across different leagues.
Yeah.
So that I think they could stay up.
Okay. And what about what was the other Rotherham? What do you think is in store for them?
Don't know too much about Rotherham, but I think they might have a tough time. They're one of those that can always get into the Championship, but can never really stay there.
Yeah.
You know, in terms of the relegated sides, you've got Bournemouth under new management.
Yeah,
with,
Jason Tyndall, who is Eddie Howe's assistant manager.
With Jason Tyndall, and they've lost a lot.
Yeah.
They've lost a lot more than I thought they would.
Well, actually, I thought there would be, lots going. So
You know, we're talking about, you know, they've got rid of Simon Francis and Tommy Elphick. I think that was their choice, to be honest, and I think that's pretty poor. But you know, David Brooks looks to be on his way to Leicester. Apparently, I've read today that he's chosen Leicester over United. Wilson and Fraser have gone. As has Nathan Ake, obviously. And Aaron Ramsdale as well. So they've lost everything that stood out about Bournemouth, I think. So I think that, you know, I think it's an absolute rebuild job. Apparently Villa are in for Josh King as well. So you wouldn't want to lose too much.
no.
What's up with you?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm just. Sorry. Yeah, I must calm down. Yeah, I don't know what. I'm just. I'm just laughing. Sorry.
Hey mate, it's okay. But yeah, I think for Bournemouth, they've lost quite a bit, and it remains to be seen how they're going to do when it comes to the season starting. No point making too many assumptions, but I don't know how they're going to do. Obviously, the Championship is a very hard league to get out of.
Yeah, who knows?
Norwich have kept some decent players, obviously.
Yeah,
Jamal Lewis has just gone to Newcastle as well. We'll get to Newcastle in a minute.
yeah.
But, they've had a great transfer window.
Oh,
That's
they have,
what
yeah.
I was going to say about Bournemouth, actually. I've just been distracted because you were laughing.
Oh,
But,
sorry.
apparently, the Wilson deal, Matt Ritchie was going to go to Bournemouth as
Yeah,
a make
yeah.
weight, but they didn't want to get rid of him, or Bournemouth didn't pursue
Yeah.
it, or whatever the story was. I don't quite remember. But yeah, I like Bournemouth. I always did, and I know they've lost pretty much all their star power at the minute.
Well,
But,
yeah, but that was expected, though, wasn't it? Or it was to be.
It could be that they're going to lose quite a few more
Yeah.
players. So
Right, so Newcastle then?
yeah, okay. If you want to start with Newcastle, I'm okay with starting with Newcastle.
Yeah. So Callum Wilson, a very good signing. Because Joelinton, just 2 league goals. That is abysmal.
I've read something today where Steve Brewster says he's still got faith in Joelinton to be the number 9.
Really?
So-
When he's just scored just 2 league goals? Wow.
Well, I think they've significantly strengthened. Like Lewis is a great player. Obviously, I think that must mean that Danny Rose won't be coming back anytime soon.
Oh, well, he's garbage anyway.
So he'll probably stay and fight for his place with Ben Davis.
Yeah.
So they had to get a good player in, and I think
Yeah.
Jamal Lewis didn't have as good of a season as like Max Aaron's, but he was still very good.
Yeah, still a
think,
good signing,
you know,
I think.
Mixing in the youth is great.
Exactly,
because Newcastle now have a side
Yeah.
where you look at it, Dubravka is a hugely underrated goalkeeper.
Yeah,
And then, Jamal Lewis fitting in alongside
Matty
their defence.
Longstaff has stayed
Yeah.
as well.
Matty and Sean Longstaff have both stayed.
Both,
They're
wow.
Both rumoured to go. Ryan Fraser is a good one, and then Sam Maximan on the other wing would be sounds great. And Almiron down the middle with
Miguel
Wilson.
Almiron.
Yeah, with Wilson and Joelinton up front, to me sounds like a good way to go. I doubt they'll go that way.
Well, to
I
me,
think
I
they're more likely.
wouldn't have any faith in Joelinton, and I'd put him on the bench.
I think they're more likely to go with Wilson up front and Azone with Sam Maximan and Fraser on either wing. I think Newcastle done well under Steve Bruce, and I don't think too many people notice it. But
I mean the fans. I saw a tweet saying, "Great signings, just need to get rid of the manager."
See, I don't know. That's not fair in my eyes, but okay. If we're talking about
but they just don't like him. They don't.
but he is a Geordie. He's a Geordie. He gets it.
He managed
I know
Sunderland,
he's
though.
managed Sunderland, but who cares? Who cares, honestly?
Well,
is it that important?
although Everton fans say they would never have Benitez.
Well, I think that's not true. I think if Rafa Benitez turned around and said, "Yeah, I'll manage Everton," I'm pretty
He's a
sure they
great
would've complained.
manager.
But,
I think he's fantastic.
That's like Tottenham fans saying, "Oh yeah, don't want AVB or don't want Mourinho because he managed Chelsea." I don't think you're gonna complain, are you?
Yeah. ABB.
Like,
I've never heard him. Never heard him like that. That's interesting. I know, obviously, you're on about Andre Villas-Boas.
if Man United were offered Pep Guardiola, would they say no? Of course they
Oh,
would.
absolutely not. I mean, when Sam comes back on the show, he actually met Villas-Boas, said he's got
Yeah,
a great story.
I've seen that. I've seen that picture. I've also seen the one with Jermaine Defoe. Yeah, but yeah. Anyway,
Sorry.
We'll go into who's gone up. So Leeds have come back, which I think
Leeds,
is
yeah.
great.
West Brom.
Leeds and West Brom and why are we doing so bad today?
Well, we're just
Fulham.
a bit rusty.
So Leeds, Fulham, and oh my word, West Brom
West
have
Brom.
all come back up, right? So I think the one that was the biggest story for me, other than Leeds, because Leeds obviously, I think Leeds and West Brom were both ticking along nicely all season. I think the biggest story out of the three of them is Fulham and the achievements of Scott Parker.
Oh, absolutely.
Who has done very well to keep the majority of the team together.
Absolutely.
From when they were in the Premier League last time.
Oh, and just before we go on to Fulham, well done Fulham for actually sticking with Scott Parker, keeping faith with him.
I agree.
West Brom should have never sacked Darren Moore, they should have stuck with him, but never mind.
I don't know. So yeah, Areola has joined on loan.
Yes, he has.
From PSG, sorry. So he was on loan at Madrid last year. How many times did he play for them? But yeah, they made so Fulham have to me have got a good side, and it's the vast majority is still there from when they were last in the Premier League. I think that they're the most likely to go down on the face of it, on paper.
Fulham.
They're the most likely to go down. Of the newer ones, anyway.
Yes, because I would think
Leeds.
I would think Leeds would be safe, but you never know. Because
See, I don't know. Because I also think that West Brom have done pretty well keeping players that they had when they last went down.
Oh, of course, yeah. Oliver Burke, though, has gone to Sheffield United.
Yeah, so you look at Fulham signings. You've got Knockaert from Brighton on a permanent. Anthony Robertson from Wigan, who was meant to be going to Milan.
Yeah,
he
AC
failed
Milan.
his medical. Yeah. And Harrison Reed from Southampton. Also, Mario Lemina and Alphonse Areola on loan from Southampton and PSG, respectively.
Yeah.
So Areola only actually played 4 times for Madrid.
4 times? Well,
apparently he only played 4 times and 9 times overall in the that's including the Europe and the Cup.
Well, to be honest, Courtois, he didn't start great at Madrid, but when he really picked up, he actually turned out to be one of their best players, I would say, probably.
That's why they brought Areola in, because he's always been one of those players where you're like, he's always been behind somebody, but he is a good goalie.
Like Sergio Romero.
Yeah. So yeah, I think Fulham are most likely to go down. That being said,
I would agree with you on that, actually.
I think they've also done some good bits of business. So
yeah,
it's hard to say. Scott Parker, a young manager, a Fulham player, he's going to know the place. He'll know the way it works. We've seen how well that works with the successes of Arteta and Lampard, and also Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to some respect. Not quite. I don't think quite to the level of Lampard and Arteta, just because I think that Lampard, he didn't have the best of first seasons, but
no, I have to agree with you. And the transfer business Chelsea have done is absolutely outstanding. If I was a Chelsea fan, I'd be off my feet.
Well, I think the thing is that you listen to a lot of these people as well, And Werner said, I think it was Werner. It was either
Yeah,
Werner or
yeah.
Ziyech. Werner or Ziyech said, I'm coming here to play under Frank Lampard.
Oh, what an honour that is,
I
then.
mean, so to me, I also think that like internally, in terms of the coaching staff and stuff, you got
Yeah,
Petr Cech joined back
absolutely.
to
Yeah,
be technical
jo-
director. Joe Cole
Jody
does coaching
Morris.
stuff, just coaching stuff. Claude Makelele is like a loan director or something, and
Yep.
Paulo Ferreira's involved in
Joe
things. So
Joe Edwards as well from the previously from the youth team. Yeah.
I think there's a lot to do, and I'm sure I'd like to hear comments from the stream, but to me, I just think that the Lampard and Arteta as well. I think not a lot gets said about Arteta, but again, that's 2 trophies now. You know what I mean? An FA Cup and a Community Shield against the strongest
Wow.
team in the league, bar none. I don't know. I'd say City have done pretty well. I think
They
with their
have. Yeah.
signings. But yeah, to me, Arteta, Lampard. We'll see how Pirlo does, but
Yeah.
Pirlo could also do well. Ronald Koeman is an ex-player that's also now a manager.
Yeah, I don't know.
So,
I have a feeling that isn't going to go well, particularly at Barcelona. I know.
So we'll see. I think it's also important then to go to talk about then the Leeds' business. Leeds have done some great business. I think Rodrigo is a fantastic signing.
Yeah, from Valencia,
is it-
the world record bid, I think, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah, it's something like 26 million. It's a lot of money. And
It is, but not compared to like Neymar. It's actually quite cheap.
What the hell? Sorry about that. That's just a big, massive. That is the biggest spider I've ever seen. Oh my
Kill
god!
it.
Right, hang on a minute. Well, you're gonna have to
Oh,
deal
sorry,
with this yourself
sorry.
a minute.
Okay.
You're
Actually,
on your own for a minute.
is that the sound I can hear? Actually.
Yeah, you can hear screaming because there's a massive spider. Right?
Oh, okay.
You're on your own for 5 minutes. Just wait there.
Okay. If I was you, I'd kill it, but I'll take over. Oh, what a stream. Anyway, so if you guys want to get involved, feel free to put in the live chat. Me and Jordan are here until 8:30, so feel free to ask any questions you have. And yeah, as you can see, we're a little bit rusty because it has been such a long time, but we'll get back into the groove of it. Yeah, I mean, Newcastle, like we said, lots of good business. Leeds, lots of very good business. Chelsea, again, really, really good business. Fulham have done some decent business, but as we saw in the past previously in the Premier League, they bought Ryan Sessegnon, they bought Seri. I think that's how you pronounce his name, from Nice. So they bought lots of really top players, but they didn't gel, and there was a lot of money. And for some reason at Fulham, it just didn't work. But Scott Parker had said they've learned the lessons, and Parker was actually on the coaching team because it was, how do you pronounce his name? Jaknovic, I think. It was him. Then he was sacked. Claudio Ranieri came in. He was sacked. And then Scott Parker came in, and well done to Fulham for, sticking by Scott Parker. They know he knows the club, he will know what's best, and he's got Fulham back into the Premier League. So well done, Scott, because even as they were going down, they did go down with a bit of fight. So I think Scott Parker as manager, I do think that he will be a success. I really do. Because, yeah, it'd be just great for him. And, yeah, Frank Lampard, I mean, Lampard is just, we were talking about, players being attracted to work with him. He is a legend. I mean, this is a guy that's won the Champions League, won the multiple Premier League titles, FA Cup, the League Cup. Well, he's not won the World Cup because England certainly did with him. But this is a guy that's won lots of trophies. He knows the club inside out, and just, well, absolutely just fantastic. And yeah, Ziyech, I forgot to mention him. Yes, absolutely fantastic. And, you know, even though I'm a United fan, you know, I do like Frank Lampard as a person. I also like him as a player. So to see him doing well at Chelsea is really, really, really great to see. And hopefully, they will do well. And you know, we were talking about Mikel Arteta before Joe Wheels went off to try catch or kill the spider. Well, Arteta for me has particularly impressed me, not just because of the football and not because of the trophies, no, because of his management skills, how he's dealt with Matteo Guendouzi. Now, Guendouzi hasn't played since he grabbed Neil Maupay, Brighton's Neil Maupay, former Brentford player, by the neck. He was sent off. No, he wasn't actually. He was, wait, oh, I lost track. Was he sent off or not? No, he got away with it, but I don't know whether it was that or whether it was Arteta that just didn't think he was good at training, or maybe it's a combination of those two things. And Mesut Ozil, you know, a player who in the past, along with Alexis Sanchez, you know, were a really good partnership, but Ozil is just absolutely Ozil, you know, yeah, it, like I said, it's very very interesting. And yeah, like we said, we're here until 8:30. July Wolves will hopefully be back soon. In the meantime, you've got me. Excuse me. So, any transfer news? Well, while we're waiting, Jamal Lewis has basically said his thanks to Norwich. So he said, most importantly, I want to thank everyone involved at Norwich City Football Club for some of the best moments in my life up to date. There are no words to describe my appreciation and admiration to the city, the fans, the club. I wish you all the best. And of course the Canary icon and love heart. Because of course Norwich are called the Canaries. And Premier League have officially rejected the Newcastle takeover. Right. What? Hang on, right. This is confusing, right? Oh, right, so this is Newcastle, the club is owned as Bridget Master. Oh, right, okay. Well, anyway, Steve Bruce has been backed. He's got some great signings. And Will Thomas Partey, he's been a player long linked with Arsenal. Will we see him leave Atletico Madrid? Will we see Thomas Lemar, who's actually well, he's been an absolute flop. You know, he really was one of Monaco's big players, and yet for some reason it just hasn't happened to him at Atletico. Diego Costa, there's been talk about him signing for Tottenham to reunite with former manager Jose Mourinho. I mean, could you see that? I'm not really sure, but well, yeah, maybe. Well, we'll.
Right, there we go. Sorry about that. Very unprofessional. I can't, with bloody spiders, and I don't know what my mum. Don't know what my mum was doing in here. Then she saw a spider and started freaking out. Then another one popped out of nowhere. So, you know.
Blimey. Okay, I was just going through a little some of the rumours. You know, there was a rumour going around that Diego Costa could be going to Tottenham to reunite with Jose Mourinho. I know you'd be horrified, probably, as a Chelsea fan, for that one to happen. You there?
Yeah, hold on. It's just a bit noisy in my house again now.
Okay. Oh, you can't say you don't get a bit of everything in this stream. Oh yeah, and Exeter City. We've not talked about Ollie. Oh no, we have mentioned about Ollie Watkins. They have a 15% sell-on clause. Well, yeah, well, that's very good business for them, and where they'll receive about £4.2 million from. Well, absolutely brilliant. Brilliant for them, particularly, you know, at this time, Exeter, obviously, who are, League Two. So they're obviously going to have the funds. We know the same money, of course, the Premier League and the Championship. So really good for them, and obviously they can reinvest the money from to help from the Ollie Watkins deal to new players, so that's really good for them. And Sky just saying, you know, if Thomas Partey goes to Atletico, will Atletico get Mark Roca from Espanyol? And Frank Lampard, you know, has said a few things about Kai Havertz, so that's absolutely been that'll be a great deal. Will Michy Batshuayi head to Crystal Palace on loan or a permanent transfer? I mean, you know, if I was Batshuayi, you know, obviously, you know, I think you'd want to leave Chelsea on a permanent transfer, wouldn't you? He's been on loan so many times. Loan at Dortmund, which he did quite well. He did, I think, quite well for Palace. Do you know, I've lost track. He's been on so many loans. It's like Callas and who was the other Bristol City? Oh, I've forgotten his name. The other player that that's had so many loans. Nope, he's gone. Oh, my head. Never mind. We're doing well tonight, so dear. Well, while I'm waiting for JLI Wheels, as I said earlier, just slightly away from the football, tomorrow night you're going to get the first of two double episodes of the review show. I'm reviewing Mary Poppins and the Jungle Book, so that will be 8 and 9. That'll be 8. Episode 8, and then single episode tomorrow, episode 8, and then double episode on Friday, followed by 9 and 10, Toy Story and the Sherman Brothers story. And then I'll wrap up series 1 of the review show, and I think I'm going to be bringing it back for series 2 because I've got so much more films to review. I think it's been a moderately success. I mean, we'll see, shall we? Yes, we will. Right, okay. Right. Yes, as I said, not bad for Exeter City getting the 15% sell-on clause. That's a very, very good deal for them. Oops. Yeah. Will Ollie Watkins replicated?
Right, I'm back now. Sorry about that.
No, that's all right. I'm just.
What are we talking about? Sorry, I was completely taken off course there.
No, that's all, well. I was just saying about Exeter City have got a really good deal because they have got a 15% sell-on clause with Brentford for Ollie
Jeez.
Watkins, so they're gonna
That's
get.
pretty good, you know.
Yeah, they're gonna get £4.2 million. That's not bad.
Very good, very good, very good. Yeah, I think the Ollie Watkins deal is very good for Villa. You know, I think we needed it as well. You know, with Wesley
of
broke
course.
his leg obviously, and they brought in Borja Baston from Swansea, but then he went.
Yeah.
He's gone to Leganes in the Spanish second tier. So, you know, yeah, I mean, it's interesting, and it looks likely that they'll keep Grealish now.
Yeah, I think so. For at least one more season.
That's not bad at all.
No.
For me, you know, we were touching on Leeds until we were very rudely interrupted. Leeds, Rodrigo's a great deal. They've also signed Jack Harrison back, which I think is a good deal.
Yeah.
And not to butcher the guy's name, because I know that either way I say it, it's going to come out wrong. But
no, it's all right. You know how I struggle with pronunciation.
Defender Robin Koch from it's not Koch, it's like Koch or something. I don't know how you pronounce. It's like a CH. It makes a sound. Robin Koch. Yeah. Yeah. So Robin Koch. From I think it's Freiburg. I'm pretty sure it is Freiburg. Apparently a good defender. So seems like Leeds have done all right with certain deals. I think they're the most likely to stay up.
Yeah.
West Brom also have done, I think, some pretty decent business too. Cedric Kipre from Wigan, a very good defender. Callum Robinson on a swap for Ollie Burke from Sheffield United, which I think again is another good deal. And Mateus Pereira, who's one of their players of the season, has joined on a permanent, another great deal. So, you know, I think they've recruited well as well, and I think it's nice to see West Brom back in the Premier League.
Absolutely, and Slaven Bilic, I like him.
Yeah, he's a good manager. I think, you know, he did get a little bit hard done by West Ham, but that's the way the game works nowadays.
Well, to be honest, my view on West Ham, moving to the London Stadium was a disaster. Bilic was a good manager, but moving to the London Stadium, it wasn't Bilic's fault. It's moving to the London Stadium.
Have they done much transfer business this year?
West Ham? No, I don't think so.
Because to be honest, I mean, I'm going to be completely honest here. I haven't really kept up with much football since football's come back. I mean, since after the season's ended, I don't know what one team have done from one week to another, other than the bigger stuff. You know, I've kept up to date with transfers as much as I can, but I'm not seeing everything.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's like I was saying to my dad. You know, England games. You know, I'm usually quite excited for them, and I just wasn't particularly for them really.
Well, the thing is, like, it's a distraction, isn't it, from what's going on?
It is, But maybe because it's so close to the Premier League, because usually, obviously, the league's on a couple of weeks break, and that's why you really relish England football. But, I don't know.
I think it became one of them with some different things going on, like the Foden and Greenwood situation.
Yeah, the Maguire.
And things like that,
it's not been great particularly.
So there's been a couple of things that have gone on. During the sort of international break and leading up to it that. It's kind of made it a bit difficult. I think, from a physical standpoint, no way should the majority of those players have been playing, I think you look at the ones that were involved in the Champions League, like Mason Mount and Mason Greenwood, and players like that.
Yeah.
And they just shouldn't have been playing, but it is what it is, and those games did have to get done, and it also doesn't put. What was yesterday's game? Was it a friendly or was it a qualifier?
No, it's the UEFA Nations League. I often get confused, that they sort of replaced friendlies, but I don't know.
They've replaced qualifying. Well, they've run concurrently with qualifying.
Yeah, it's confusing, to be honest.
So yeah, basically, like, I don't, I know of certain things that have gone on, but not loads,
No, of
So
course,
I think
and you've been busy, haven't you? So
I think West Ham, well, I'm thinking, sold Diangana to.
yes, because there was a
Brom,
really big. Mark
which
Noble
caused
was really
massive
angry, and the
upheaval,
fans.
When your club captain's coming over to the gonna come out publicly on Twitter and say, as captain of the club, I need to say that I'm very upset with this deal. I'm thinking, wow.
That is big. You don't often get that, do you?
No, I think that's a pretty big statement.
But Mark Noble's earned the right. He's been at West Ham his whole career, hasn't he? He's a captain. He's a very influential player. He's a veteran.
I think because we're approaching our cut-off point, I think it's time to move further up the table. Is there any other clubs that aren't in the sort of top 6, top 7? Well, did Tottenham get? Tottenham didn't get European football this year, did they?
No. But they got Højbjerg from Southampton.
Yeah, that was what I was going to say. I was going to say, is there anybody that didn't get European football, but has also done some pretty good business this year? And I was going to mention Tottenham as well. I think Højbjerg is a great signing.
Yeah.
I also think Matt Doherty is a great signing too.
From Wolves, yeah, really good.
But I think they got rid of Walker Peters, which I wouldn't have done. I actually think
no, because I think he had a really good season at Southampton. Mourinho made a mistake.
I agree.
They should have got rid of Aurier. He's just garbage, he is.
Well, I think that's what the point of the Doherty signing is, isn't it? I think that was kind of the point, because I think Japhet Tanganga, or whatever his name is, the young lad, can play anywhere across the back. Also, Eric Dyer can play right back.
Well, yeah, but I wouldn't have much confidence in him, really.
And then you've got, Ben Davies, Danny Rose. There are players.
I like Ben Davies, yeah.
Across the back. I like Ben Davies. When Mourinho came, I couldn't believe he actually got rid of Danny Rose, because I always thought that Danny Rose, he's not a brilliant footballer, but certainly for Tottenham's level, sort of that. You think about Tottenham as a Champions League side now. I still see them as like Europa League or lower, because for some reason they just never seem to perform too great.
He can hardly keep himself fit though, Rose.
There's a brilliant documentary on Amazon Prime at the moment called All or Nothing Tottenham Hotspur. It's all about behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I've watched the first half of the first episode yesterday, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't. How creaky your door is. But yeah, anyway, so we'll go. I also wanted to mention about Sheffield United as well very quickly, because I think they've done some very astute business. I think bringing Ramsdale back is a great choice. He had a really good season,
Bournemouth. I was very impressed with him.
I think to take Henderson out and him to stay at United, and then to go for a younger goalkeeper that's also had a good season. because I think Ramsdale is a year or two younger than Henderson. Don't quote me on that. He might be the same age, but they both had good years. I think it's it's carried on sort of this good thing that Sheffield United have had over the past couple of seasons, even previous to Henderson in the Championship. They also had Jamal Blackman from Chelsea on loan the year before. And he had a great season. So. I think Ramsdale's a great signing. They've added a new right back and a new left back in Max Lowe and Jayden Bogle from Derby.
Yeah, double swoop from Derby
to put pressure on Edna Stevens and George Baldock, which is great. Two players, Bogle and Lowe, who performed well for Derby and probably are just about at that level where they could start to creep a couple of Premier League appearances in, and who knows. Ollie Burke from West Brom, a player
very good signing, experience.
There was a lot of talk about him years ago. He was phenomenal for Norwich, Nottingham Forest, and went to West Brom and didn't really do too much, and been out on loan in different places. So it's a good opportunity for him to maybe get some more experience.
Did he not score lots of West Brom's goals though when they were last in the Premier League? Or have I imagined that?
No, maybe you're thinking of Rondon.
Yeah, there's Rondon, but I'm sure Burke. Oh, Joe, maybe I've imagined it. It's so long ago.
No, he's not done. He didn't do too great for West Brom, to be fair.
Right.
And then the one that I'm most excited for as a Chelsea fan is the loan signing of Ethan Ampadu.
Yes, of course.
The centre half / midfielder, which I think will, be good. And also, they've kept a lot of their main players.
They have,
which is good. They've signed up, I think Phil Jagielka signed another year.
Yep.
Which is quite interesting. He
didn't play a lot, did he?
No, but he's a good head to have around, and I think you can tell that he's been an influence on the pitch, because I think their defence was really good last season. So
yeah.
To me that's a key signing. Almost as good in some ways as signing a new player to keep an experienced head like that in the team.
Absolutely,
is great. Obviously, we've touched on Arsenal, but if you want to,
because I actually, because I really want to talk about Arteta. Now, it's not the trophies that has impressed me about Arteta, but you know that when we've chatted before, Arteta's impressed me because he's not afraid to make ruthless decisions. The way he's dealt with Guendouzi and Ozil, I've applauded him for that.
The thing is, I think with Arteta, former club captain, what was he, 2-time, 3-time FA Cup winner with Arsenal? Didn't they win the FA Cup 3 times?
Probably. Arsenal have won it many times, so I wouldn't be surprised.
I think he was a 2-time FA Cup winner with Arsenal.
Yeah.
Went to Man City, was Pep's number 2.
Yeah.
Again, talking about that All or Nothing Tottenham documentary, there's also the All or Nothing Man City one where you hear him and Pep talking tactics, and it's no wonder he's done as well a job as he has.
Well, he's learned from the best. He played under Wenger, and he's been tutored by Guardiola.
I think you look at it as well, and you see some of the players that have even played like Emiliano Martinez, right?
Was very, very good.
What a great standing goalkeeper he was, really.
Brilliant.
Honestly, I know he's no Bert Leno, but...
Oh, no. I was very impressed with him. I thought,
to me,
this is
that
good.
means, without Bert Leno, that probably means that he's probably going to go.
Yeah, it's a shame, but, he's been there a long time, and he said if he's not going to be number 1, then... Which... I understand that, but it really felt that he did impress me because, of course, he was in the Community Shield. He really stepped up when Leno was injured. He really did very well.
I think as well, we're talking about keeping key players. I don't think Aubameyang has confirmed a new deal yet.
No, I don't know what's happening with that. It's turning into a bit of a saga.
Arteta kept Ceballos, which is great. I think
very good deal.
Great signing.
Gabriel.
Willian. Oh, phone's going in my house. 1 second. Hang on.
Right, okay.
I better sort that out, actually.
Okay. Right, JLI Wheels will be back in a minute. Oh,
there we go. After all that, they answered it straight away.
Typical.
But yeah.
And Gabriel, then, there's talk of Thomas Partey and the...
Gabriel. Thomas Partey is a big one. Gabriel's a great signing as well.
It is, him and William Saliba, yeah.
Another one where a lot of people were after. Gabriel, including two, you would say bigger teams in United and Napoli.
Well, I'd disagree with Napoli, but yeah, with United, yeah.
But yeah, to see them go through, and Willian, although I was having a go at the financial details, because I just think £220,000 a week is an astronomical amount of money.
He's a good signing, though, not financially.
For a 32-year-old winger, hang on a minute, but
sorry,
he still definitely does have enough to play at the top level, and I think it's a brilliant signing by Arteta. And if they bring in Thomas Partey and maybe somebody else,
and the guy from Lyon, can't pronounce his name, beginning with an A. Oh, what's his name?
Aouar.
Yeah, that's him.
I've heard about him. Yeah, one of the most promising young midfielders in world football, apparently.
That would be massive then if Arsenal could get him. And when you got Thomas Partey, who's 27, who's had a lot of experience at Atletico, those could be two very, very good signings if they could get them.
So moving up then, next is we're going to talk about the top six now for about, 10, 20 minutes, then we're done.
Yeah, okay.
It's not been the best of streams, but it's the first one back.
Well, we're a bit rusty, and we'll get into the groove of it.
Yeah, so to talk about Leicester, I think their biggest departures, obviously,
Ben Chilwell. Yeah.
Ben Chilwell. Great deal for them financially. I think 50 million. I don't know if I'd pay 50 million for a fullback, but there we go. Talk about same team that paid 71.5 million for Kepa Arrizabalaga, and
72 gone down the drain.
He couldn't hold a bag. He couldn't hold a bag of sugar. So, but it's a great financial deal, and they've also brought in Timothy Castagne from Atalanta.
Yeah, good signing.
Yeah, it's a good signing. I think a lot of Atlanta's team could have gone, because they had a great year this year. They only missed out on the Serie A title by 3 points to Juventus. So
yeah, typical Juventus, always winning it.
Yeah, but like we were saying earlier, I think they're in trouble if Inter Milan continue to have such a dominant.
Yeah, with Conte. Yeah, and Conte, of course, is much more experienced than Pirlo.
Yeah, we saw a lot of good stuff from Leicester last year.
We did, yeah. Do you know, if they had to, they slipped up, but they really did deserve, I think, to go to Europe, because for the last season they did have a very good, very, very good season.
Yeah. I agree, and somebody I am looking forward to seeing. I don't know if we're going to see so much of him. Is the young lad who was playing left back for Leicester at the end of the season,
Luke Thomas.
His name is Luke Thomas.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing what he's going to do.
Yeah.
Because I like the look of him, to be honest. And I'm looking forward to seeing how this Castagne settles in.
And he can play right back as well, so versatile player.
And he can play left midfield.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Good. That's what you want in a team, a player who's very versatile.
Yeah, next is Wolves. Yeah, again, Wolves, another team, probably more so than Leicester, that really impressed last season.
Oh, I love watching Wolves play.
They've had some. All right, mate.
No, no,
They,
sorry, it's just their style of football, and I'm not a Wolves fan, but I do love watching Wolves play.
they've made some. Again, they've made some signings. You know, they lost Matt Doherty, which I think is going to be a pretty big loss for them because that was their main sort of defensive to transitional outlet. I was trying
Yeah.
to think of what the word for defense to attack is. It's transition.
Oh,
Their
right.
main transitional outlet. Um, you know, they've signed Marcal from Lyon
Yeah.
and Fabio. His name's Fabio Silva, something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, Fabio Silva, yeah.
So you know, they made some good signings. Not ones that I particularly know too much about. So I'm trying not to, you know, there's not too much you can get into about them.
And they've kept Jimenez, so
Yeah, big one.
yeah.
Kept Jimenez, kept Ruben Neves,
Adama
kept,
Traore.
you know, Adama Traore as well. Yeah, so, you know, I mean, the transfer window, as far as I know, still doesn't close until October.
Yeah,
So God knows what can go on.
yeah.
But that's only like October 1st or something, or October 9th or something. It's supposed
Gosh,
to
yeah, it'll
close,
be
isn't it?
soon be here.
So it's like a month away. So if anything's going to happen, it'll happen soon.
Yeah,
But yeah. So again, they made good deals, and I'm excited to see what they do again.
yeah. And
Um,
Wolves were actually linked with Maitland Niles, but I don't think Arsenal should sell him because he's a versatile player.
yeah, he's not going to go. He's not going to go because he can play left back,
Yeah.
right back, centre mid. You know, and a
Don't want to get rid of him. He's English and he's young as
you
well.
know, a newly capped England player, and I think he's a good asset for Arsenal. I think he's a good
Absolutely.
outlet. But I think he would have been a great replacement for Matt Doherty,
Yeah,
to be honest. So I think Wolves have missed out there, but you know, at the end of the day, England international,
yeah,
young, and a fullback playing for one of the top
Big
teams
clubs,
reputation-wise in England. So it's going to be hard to prize him away.
yeah.
I want to leave Chelsea and United for the last two.
Of course,
We're
yeah.
going
Shall
to
we talk
Liverpool.
City?
We're going to go to Liverpool next because I think
Okay.
City have also made some good deals. You know, so Liverpool won the league, and basically the only thing they did do, which I think they needed to, although I think it's kind of harsh on Nico Williams, but okay, is they signed Kostas Tsimikas from Olympiacos.
No, he's
Yeah,
a backup to Robertson.
Yeah, and Nico Williams is left back.
I thought he played as a right back, Williams.
No, last game of the season and the last couple of appearances, he played left back, and he
Oh,
scored.
right,
He
okay.
scored on his Wales debut the other week.
Yes, yeah, I know, yeah,
A couple of days ago.
yeah.
So yeah, they signed Kostas Tsimikas for about £12 million. A good deal. Seems like a good player. What I've seen of him, you know, he'll probably play like 10, 15 times in the season. You know, he's not going to displace Robertson, but you know,
No.
Robertson is like 27, 28.
Gosh, yeah, and I think of him
So-
as a young player.
You know, I think in the same vein as Van Dijk as well. Van Dijk's about 29, 30 or 28, something like that. I think Van Dijk
I think
is
of him as a
28.
young player as well.
So again, I think, you know, it is good to plan for the future.
Absolutely, which Barcelona can't do.
Yeah, but you know, it's not the one I would have done. Other than that, how do we think Liverpool are going to do?
Oh,
I think
I
they're going
don't
to struggle
know.
to win it. I think they're going to struggle to win it again.
Yeah,
I don't think they'll win it again. I think, to be honest, they are still the strongest team as a team in the
Yeah.
league.
and they've
But-
kept all their players, apart from Lovren, but he was garbage anyway.
But the teams around them have strengthened considerably.
Yeah,
You look at Arsenal, strengthened great. Chelsea, above and beyond, but
Yeah.
still not there yet, I don't think.
well,
City.
I'm going to go for Chelsea as title winners, I really
You know,
do think.
City have done City have done exactly what they needed to do for me, which was add strength in depth. Young Ferran Torres is
Yeah, from Valencia, yeah.
a brilliant young winger. Nathan Ake, a great ball playing centre back.
Yeah.
Will probably play more than people think. I think a lot of people think he's just going to go and sit on the bench. I don't think so.
No, I think Ake and Laporte could be a good partnership, I reckon.
I think if City can just get another, big name, they'll be right there again.
Yeah, I'm not sure who they're going to get, though.
I think, you can't, get another winger because,
No.
Ferran Torres is young, so he's take time. Sterling is 27.
He's still great, though.
Mahrez is like 20 something.
Yeah.
28 or something like. Mahrez is getting older now, so for me they've still got to be the two players. Bernardo Silva, where does he fit into the team? In midfield, maybe.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I like him though.
Then there's Aguero and Jesus. So for me again, City could be there. I think they need a new left back.
Yes, because Mendy is garbage.
I just don't understand Mendy at all. I think he's awful.
Yeah.
I think Fabian Delph looked better at left back for Man City. Wow. I was really shocked when City sold Delph to Everton. Really shocked.
No, I would have got rid of him. Never rated him.
Because I actually thought that everything I saw from Delph at City was very good. I don't know whether that's because he's around good players or he's coached by a good manager. Not saying he's had a bad time at Everton, because again he seems solid, but I wouldn't have gotten rid of Delph. Yeah. So to me, City have done what they needed to do. Liverpool, you can't really improve upon such a good side. You know what Klopp's like. I'm sure there'll be some good youngsters coming through at some point.
Absolutely, yeah.
I think Tsimikas again is a good signing, energetic. Could maybe do something as an impact sort of fullback. But I don't feel like their depth is great.
No.
And I think if they get rid of Wijnaldum, that's a big miss. But obviously they've got players that can fit there.
Yeah, I like Wijnaldum. I wouldn't let him go.
I do. I don't think I'd let him go either. But
no, if he wants to go, then let him go.
At the end of the day, it is, it's Barcelona, innit?
Of course, yeah. You only get one chance.
I know there's loads of stuff going on, but it's still Barcelona.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, okay, so, right, talked about City and Liverpool. Shall we talk about...
I think we go to United next.
United, okay. They brought in Van der Beek, obviously, from Ajax, which I think is a good signing. But again, where is Van der Beek going to fit? Because is he going to be played as a defensive midfielder, as the long-term replacement to Matic? I'm a bit confused.
That's got to be where he's going to go, I think.
I think so, yeah. Can he play there?
My opinion is, I think, one, Van der Beek's a great signing.
Yeah, he is.
Not specifically because he's a great player, but more because, he's young and he's still got room to grow.
Yeah.
And, he's with Pogba and Bruno Fernandes and Nemanja Matic as well.
Oh, perfect mentor, yeah.
So, yeah, I don't think it's a brilliant signing, but I think it's a good signing for what Ollie's trying to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
To me, there's always that question mark about Eredivisie players, so I don't think he'll play loads and loads next season. I think that it'll be sort of the thing of him and Matic will rotate. There's also the question of
maybe.
What about Pereira? What about Fred? Again, I think it's kind of harsh on Fred because Fred improved massively.
He did, but then I thought he regressed as well towards the season ending. So
Fred, to me, had a great season compared to his first. I think it's very harsh for Fred.
That is true, yeah.
at the end of the day, when you've got a player like that who had a brilliant season, and was being looked at and wasn't really too expensive,
No, no,
to me,
no.
you have kind of got to go for it.
Yeah.
I think you look at United and you see, Greenwood again could have
Oh, yeah. Brilliant
have a good
season.
season, for their hopes. Bit of a naughty boy, wasn't he, during the
Yeah,
international
but,
break?
young players, they will make, Trevor Sinclair perfectly, Villa legend, of course, on Twitter said, boys will be boys, let's not destroy these young players.
Yeah,
Let them
I
learn,
agree.
which I think is
Um,
spot on there.
Something I think Greenwood, if he's firing again, would be great.
I think
Martial,
so, yeah.
Rashford, again, good.
Martial, yeah.
I don't understand, and I really don't. I don't understand how the top priority is not a centre half. I don't understand how the top priorities are not centre halves for
Well, I think
United.
what they're going to try and do is they're going to possibly go for Upamecano next summer when he's cheaper.
Yeah, but that's okay. That's okay for them. But Yuki Meccano is a big Arsenal target. So if they play well this season, God knows, he might go there.
Well, that is true, yeah.
If they play well, that Gabriel's a good player.
Oh, yeah,
and,
yeah.
And if they can get another decent centre half,
That'd be Arsenal sorted.
we've heard recently that Socrates of Arsenal's going to go soon.
Napoli.
Who knows? Who knows what Mari is going to be like when he comes back?
Yeah.
Apparently one of the best centre halves in South America. So God knows what kind of player he's going to be like. David Luiz for me was only kept around because
he's a mentor. Yeah.
As we've heard multiple of the youngsters say, he's one of the best influences for them. To me, Luke Shaw's a solid left back.
Yeah,
he's
he's still injury prone, and
he's definitely improved on where he was at United, but he's still not great.
No.
But he's not that top level that they need.
No, if United could get Sergio Reguilón, sorry to interrupt you, that would be a great signing because he's had a brilliant season with Sevilla. And Madrid, why are you letting Reguilón go,
That's another one. The thing is with Reguilón is he's unproven, isn't it? He's unproven. One good season with Sevilla does not make a career.
Yes, but he did do well when Real Madrid were really poor. Actually, he was one of the standout performances under Locatelli and Solari.
Yeah, fair enough. And I mean, a good few performances and a good season. I still think he's too unproven for a big move. I like the look of Reguilón, don't get me wrong, but I knew that when we were linked with him, I wanted Chilwell all the way. Because with Chilwell, I don't know if he is England's first choice fullback now.
Yes,
really?
he is, yeah.
Yeah, so you've got England's first choice left back with I don't know how many caps he's got, at least 10 and 12.
Quite a lot, I think, by now, yeah.
You've got one of England's top, the best fullback in England, other than the best English fullback, should I say, not the best fullback, the best left back in England, sorry.
Yeah.
The best English left back.
Yeah.
Somebody who's had years and years of experience internationally.
Yep.
Champions League experience.
Absolutely, yeah.
So for me, that was the only one for me, Chilwell. If United get Reguilón, fair enough. If he plays well for them, then I'll happily eat humble pie. But I just can't. I don't know. Something about United, they just lack the pulling power, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I do think they're getting there slowly. Ole, is already, with the signings of Wan-Bissaka and Maguire. If they can at least get Reguilón, I would be happy with that, and Van der Beek. And if they could,
Go on.
If they could get Upamecano next summer as well, when he's had a bit more experience and cheaper, would be a good deal as well.
Yeah.
If they could try and get Sancho over the line, that would be a fantastic deal, I think.
Wan-Bissaka had a great season. Wan-Bissaka
He
really
did. He did.
If United do sign Sancho, then it's a completely different ball game to me.
Yeah.
But that being said, there are also a lot of teams in this league this year that have made great signings.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I'm not denying that. Chelsea, particularly.
We were listing them off. Everton have made some great signings.
James Rodriguez, Allen, Doucouré.
Arsenal have made some great signings.
Yeah.
Everton have made great signings. Chelsea have made great signings. City have made good signings.
Well, yeah, not compared to Chelsea and Arsenal though.
I think Arsenal and Chelsea have done the best business, and maybe Everton. I like everything that Everton have done. I think Doucouré is
going to be a great signing. I think
Ancelotti always gets the best out of James Rodriguez, and how the hell Napoli let Alan go? God knows.
Yeah, but maybe he wanted to go. He wanted to be, in his words, Professor Ancelotti. Oh, that made me laugh.
But that's one of them again. So yeah, I think that but like we were just saying, if United get Sancho, and I still don't think they will.
No, I don't think they will. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But yeah,
if they do, it is a massive signing. It's a complete game changer.
Yeah.
Not even because that'll make United contenders, but it will, then it throws up a completely different debate.
Yeah.
Then, whose place does he take? Because to me, he takes Martial's place, surely.
Oh, yeah. So Greenwood as centre forward, Rashford on the left, Sancho on the right.
And then Bruno Fernandes through the middle with Pogba and Van der Beek behind him.
Oh yeah, I'm licking my lips at the thought of that.
I mean, that's a ridiculous team. But then you look at the centre arch, thinking Lindelof and Bailly at the back.
Oh,
still.
I still get nervous every time Lindelof. He's not good at the air. We need
with a ridiculously out of form David De Gea in goal. That's what I mean. I think United need to just let De Gea sit on the bench for a bit. Let him get the fire back.
Get Dean Henderson a go. I really want to see how he does for United.
Let him see Dean Henderson doing well and see what that does for him.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Finally, on to Chelsea. I cannot wait to talk about this. So, let's begin.
Yep.
First two, obviously, was Ziyech and Werner.
Brilliant signings.
Absolutely phenomenal stuff.
Yeah.
And then Chilwell, Malang Sarr, Kai Havertz, Thiago Silva, and there's a new goalkeeper incoming in the next couple
Mendy,
of days.
if they could get him, and he'll be cheaper than Arrizabalaga. So, if he plays well, if they get him, and if he embarrasses Kepa, then that will be just amazing.
Edouard Mendy,
Yeah.
I think a lot of people don't know this, but Rennes in the French league got into the Champions League this year.
Yeah, I remember us talking about it. Yeah.
And Mendy was the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
So, I don't know much about him, but apparently he was Petr Cech's recommendation.
Yeah, and Mendy wants to come to Chelsea because we had the Rennes technical director saying they're in talks and he wants to come.
I mean, if you want to go one by one, I mean, the one that, is a good one for me, and it's kind of in a similar vein of Saliba at Arsenal, is Malang Sarr.
He's on loan though. He will be going on loan.
He's going on loan to Leverkusen, isn't he?
Yeah.
So he's gone the other way as part of the Havertz deal, which I think is good business.
It is good, yeah.
I think Andreas Christensen was an absolute, almost a nobody, and he went to Gladbach and played 2 good years.
Yeah.
And then he pretty much went straight into Chelsea's team. Did he have the greatest time in Chelsea's team? Has he had a great career with us so far? I don't know, but
He did. He
you
did
know,
in his first few seasons with Conte, I think.
but it has, but the point being that going out into that league did help him, and also, with Sam, he's an experienced player. He's played professionally
Yeah,
at a high level for a long time.
and he's only
So
21.
yeah, he's only 21. It's a great signing for me, one for the future. I think
Yeah,
you look at. I think it's right to give Zuma another chance because he is
really.
a bit shaky. He is a bit shaky, and he does go into tackles quite heavy-handedly. But you look, and he's not that bad of a defender.
I think he's either average or garbage. I don't rate him
Because I was
personally.
watching a video about him, and they were saying statistically, he went out to Stoke on loan. Statistically, although they got relegated, he was one of their top performers.
And
Again,
Everton, he did well at
one of their
Everton.
top performers at Everton. And I think, the problem with highlights of a game is that you only see the worst stuff.
Yeah,
I always find, but Thiago Silva, I think we'll go to Thiago Silva now. Thiago Silva going there is going to be a great influence on.
absolutely, very experienced player.
Christensen is 23.
Yeah,
Christensen could still grow into a fantastic centre half. Zuma's only 24.
yeah. How old
So
is
they can-
Rudiger?
Rudiger is 27.
Oh well, older than
I
I
don't
thought.
mind Rudiger. I don't mind Rudiger at all.
I like Rudiger.
I think he would be. He reminds me a little bit of David Luiz in a weird way because he is quite shaky,
But can have brilliant
times,
performances.
but he is a brilliant passer of the ball.
Yeah,
So that's one. And then, Thiago Silva will be a great addition.
Yeah.
Off the back of statistically one of the best seasons of his career.
yeah.
You know,
Brazil, he Brazil national team, isn't he?
what is it to say about a man, a player like that?
Did he win the World Cup with Brazil?
No.
No.
He's won the Copa America.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Obviously
That's
won the league,
with
French
Brazil.
league titles with PSG.
he won the French league title 8 times.
Well, yeah,
Serie
that's
A.
all. It's not like they
Serie
have
A
any
won.
competition.
I think he won Serie A once, or he won the Italian Cup.
Oh,
And then
right,
he
yeah.
won the Brazilian league as well. So he's a fantastic player, and we know that.
Yeah.
And then the next, then there's well, I want to leave Havertz and Werner to last because they're the two that I'm excited about.
Yeah, and I am too.
Mendy, just a word on him. I don't know. He must be decent. If Petr Cech's saying yeah, go on then.
Oh, yeah, and he wants to come as well, so that must really encourage you as well.
Yeah, it's high praise, isn't it?
Yeah, and if they could get that done, it'd be a bargain. They're saying much cheaper than they paid for Kepa, 72 million.
Yeah. But I don't think that Kepa will go anyway.
No, he wants to fight, I think he does.
A lot of people are like, he'll go and that's it, needs to get rid of him, but I don't know. I think Petr Cech came out and said, nobody's given up on Checker.
No.
Bit of class. We can only expect so much from Petr Cech, but
Oh, well, he was a great goalkeeper, he was.
yeah. They've also, one of Chelsea's coaches is Carlo Cudicini, who was number one before Czech.
He was,
also
yeah.
a
When
very underrated
when
goalkeeper.
Ranieri was there.
I really, really rated Carlo Cudicini.
What's that, sorry?
I really rated Cudicini. I thought he was good.
Oh, yeah. And yet Lampard wanted to bring Shay Given from Derby with him, but Chelsea said no because Carlo Caducci, I can never pronounce his name.
Hilario. Yeah, Hilario.
Calaria?
Hilario. Chelsea's like third choice for like 8 years.
No.
He's a goalkeeper coach there as well. Hilario, Portuguese fella.
Oh, I know the guy you mean. Yeah.
I like it a lot when teams will bring old players back. And Chelsea,
Yes, because they know the club, don't they?
Chelsea's one of the most well known for it. Paulo Pereira looking at loan players, Claude Makelele and Petr Cech and Hilario and Cudicini and Joe Cole, and I think Edith Johnson helps out sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's fantastic. So Ziyech is a player that I've seen a lot about him. He looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
He
Central
looks phenomenal.
midfield for you or on the wings?
On the wing.
Okay.
Although I don't know, because I think Mount plays better on the wing. So maybe.
Yeah, and Pulisic as well. You would drop Pulisic after the season he's had.
But this is the problem, right? So, where does Havertz go?
He would play as a number 10. If they played a 4-2-3-1, he'd play as the attacking midfielder.
Okay, fair enough. But Chelsea played 4-3-3.
Oh, well then... Well, yeah, I'm not sure. Because if you had Werner... I would have Werner centrally. Then Pulisic and Mount probably accompanying him. Oh, yeah, it's a tough one.
I think it's fairly obvious that Chelsea are going to have to change formation.
Yes,
but I'm just saying,
they're going to have to rotate.
If they didn't and they played 4-3-3, who would go where?
Yeah.
Because
And I stick Ziyech in central midfield with Kante and Billy Gilmore when he comes back potentially, or Jorginho.
See, I don't know about that. You can't miss out Kovacic, one of our players of the season. An absolutely phenomenal midfielder.
Kovacic, you on about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just never rated him for some reason.
I think it has to be Pulisic and... It's not how I would do it, but I think it's going to be Pulisic and Ziyech on the wings with Timo Werner in the middle.
Yeah.
Havertz is like an attacking midfielder.
If they play 4-2-3-1, yeah.
No, this is a 4-3-3, but sort of in a weird way.
Oh.
Havertz is like the more attacking. Kante is a box-to-box.
Yeah.
No, Havertz is like a box-to-box. Kante is defensive.
Yeah.
Have I missed somebody out?
No, because you said Ziyech, didn't you, on the wings?
Yeah,
then,
Ziyech on the wing.
Yeah, Werner centrally, you said, and you said Havertz.
Mount,
yeah.
Havertz is a box-to-box midfielder. Kante defensive. Mason Mount attacking.
Jorginho, would you have him in there?
On the bench.
Oh, yeah,
I like
okay.
Jorginho a lot, but you can't have two defensive-minded players. Not when you've got Havertz. But Havertz is going to sit on the bench. No, I don't think.
No, absolutely not.
And I think left back Chilwell.
Yeah, Thiago Silva probably.
Thiago
Or is
Silva,
he not going to start every game? Do you think?
Is he not going to what?
Do you think he's going to start every game though, Thiago Silva?
I don't know, mate. Depends how good he is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thiago Silva, Rudiger, and then I think Reece James.
Instead of
Because
Azpilicueta on the right.
I love Azpilicueta. I still think he's up there as one of the best defenders, but he's not got the pace anymore.
He's getting on a bit, isn't he?
He's 32.
Whoa, that's scary, because you think Ashley Cole, he was getting older, and then we think about Azpilicueta passing the baton from Ashley Cole, who was one of the greatest fullbacks.
Yeah, so Azpilicueta joined us when he was 22, 8 years ago, so he's 30.
Wow, that's scary, that is.
30 or 31.
Yeah.
And then in goal...
Well, Mendy, I presume, if he
In
comes.
goal, if we don't get anybody better than Mendy, which I don't know, I still would have liked Onana.
He would have been a really good signing, yeah. But I don't think Ajax would have let him go as well.
If we don't get anybody better than Mendy, I'd probably go with Mendy.
Yeah.
Over Kepa, just for a bit, just to see what this Mendy's like.
Yeah.
You know, Ziyech, great player. Is he going to be able to translate all that skill and class into, to the top league? Let's hope so.
Hopefully his injury is not too bad, because I saw he had an injury in his first game in the pre-season.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's anything too bad. You know, Timo Werner is just phenomenal. How the hell we've got him and not a Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, I don't know. But
well, he said he wanted to play with Frank Lampard, so...
Yeah, that's true. So, phenomenal signing. We know he's going to score goals. I do feel a little bit sorry for Tammy Abraham, but him and Giroud were rotating anyway, weren't they, towards the end of the season?
And to be honest, Abraham, I don't know, he started off really good, and then for me, he dropped off. I don't know.
Still scored 15 goals last season, though, Will.
Yeah, and he is young, to be fair. I mean, what is he, 24, 25?
21.
21?
I think so.
No way. Wow. Okay, fair enough. And Olivier Giroud, I mean, I feel sorry for Giroud because, again, he's coming and he's probably going to be on the bench again a lot.
So, yeah, Abraham is 22.
20. Oh, right. Oh, he's got quite a few years ahead of him then, yeah.
And he basically has pretty much a goal every other game ratio for Chelsea.
Okay, not too bad then. And, yeah, I want him to be called up to the England squad because I'd like to see him do well for England.
He was. I don't think he played. He was in the team, though.
Yeah. Right. We've talked about United, haven't we?
Havertz, what more can you say about Havertz?
Well, yeah, I mean, for Leverkusen, largely, one of their best players along with Leon Bailey.
Yeah, I mean, he reminds me a lot of Frank Lampard as a player.
Oh, okay.
He's like a Frank Lampard mixed with a Michael Ballack.
Two Chelsea legends, then.
Which is a scary thought. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I still don't think we'll win the league.
I'm going for Chelsea to win the title. I really do.
I still can't see past Chelsea, not Chelsea, City or Liverpool. I really can't.
Because I predicted Liverpool to win the league last season, and they did. So yeah, I'm gonna go for Chelsea to win the title.
I don't know who I'm going to choose. I don't think Liverpool will win it.
No, or not run away with it if they do.
I don't know if I can see City winning it either, but I don't think we will, and I don't think United will.
Oh, definitely, definitely not United. I don't know, City, I feel the magic is sort of, maybe Guardiola is sort of worn off, maybe.
I think, for me at the minute, I can't imagine any team winning and doing really, really well, so I'm not gonna make a prediction because I haven't got one.
Okay, well, I'm going to go Chelsea to win the title. I'm going to go Leeds to stay up because I think they'll do well under Bielsa. I think they'll sort of finish where Sheffield United are, the top half of the table. Not into Europe, but I think they'll do well then. I'm thinking Fulham. I don't know. Do you know, I think Fulham are going to stay up. West Brom, I think, will go down. I think West Ham. I think West Ham will go down realistically.
I think Fulham, West Ham, and maybe Villa if they don't start well.
Yeah, Villa. Although, if Ollie Watkins produces the same goals that he did at Brentford, and then
it's a big if, though, isn't it? That's the problem.
It is, yeah, because the Championship, it's so different to the Premier League, isn't it? You can be really great in the Championship and then come to the Premier League and it's a whole different kettle of fish, so...
Yeah. Well, I've had a great time, Will. It's good to be back.
It is good to be back, yeah.
Streams, but I hope that we've still had a decent conversation and...
I think we did. I think we've had a really good streak. We have gone off topic, but we've stayed. It has, to be fair, done with football really. I think it's been a really great stream. So thank you for your company, JLI Wheels.
My pleasure.
Yeah, it's been brilliant. Match Talk Live will return on Saturday for the first week of the Premier League season.
What game are you covering?
Well, I guess it will probably be the United one. I presume so, because there's not any big games, I don't think, which is how I usually tend to do it.
That's on Monday, isn't it?
On Monday?
United play on Monday.
Oh, no, it's saying here Monday, Sheffield United beat Wolves, Brighton and Chelsea.
So when do United play? Sunday?
United play... Oh, hang on. It's saying United don't play until the 19th of September. Eh?
That's the week after. That would make sense.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case...
I think a good one to do would be Liverpool versus Leeds, but I don't know.
Yeah, because that's an old rivalry. That is.
I've not looked because obviously all the games are on, aren't they? But...
Yeah. And BBC, they're gonna have a live match again, so that's excellent news. Right, yeah. I fancy doing the Liverpool v Leeds game. Do you know if you're available on Saturday?
Crew Alex are playing, so no, I'm not.
Okay, that's fine. I will speak to Sam and Ben, and Ben said he will. He thinks he'll be okay for Saturday or whenever. And real shame that Ben and Sam couldn't join us. They weren't available tonight, but really looking forward to having you back doing the show, boys, as well. Because if you're watching this, really enjoy. You know, we are a team. It's really great doing the show. You know, with you, Jordan, and Ben and Sam. It's really great doing it with you guys. I really enjoy it.
Yeah, it feels good to be back.
It does, yeah. We've missed it. So I think it's going to be Liverpool v Leeds. That kicks off at 5:30, so I reckon. Although I might be watching, because Final Score is also coming back, because it wasn't largely on for the last time the Premier League resumed, so I might actually be watching that. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Well, we'll come to that bridge when we cross it. Yeah.
Cross that bridge when we come to it.
Yeah. See. Oh, yeah. We're becoming rusty already, losing the plot. Anyway, thank you for your company, JLI Wheels.
No worries.
Tomorrow, guys. What's that say?
What's coming up on your channel?
I was just about. Funny you should ask. I was just about to say that. Tomorrow is another episode of the review show. I'm gonna be reviewing. It's gonna be the Jungle Book, the classic 1967 animated film. It's an important film for many reasons. It was the last one that Walt Disney ever had any personal involvement in. He died in the middle of the making. It's a classic. We all love it, and it's an important film. So I'm going to be reviewing the Jungle Book. So that's episode 8 of the review show tomorrow. I think I'm going to aim for 7 o'clock for that. And then on Friday, it's a double episode. So going to be 2 episodes a day. I'm going to be closing off with The Boys, the Sherman Brothers story. That's going to be the first one. And then I'm going to end with a classic, Toy Story, the first ever full-length computer-generated animated film. It's a classic. There's lots of quotable lines, great cast, and it's just a great movie.
The Toy Story review, if you want.
Well, I just thought that would be a really good one to bow out for the first series on, really. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I wanted to do Mary Poppins, although I might save that for series 2. Actually, I'm thinking. So yeah. Well, we'll see anyway. Anyway, so don't forget the review show tomorrow, and then a double episode on Friday. And yeah, thanks for watching. If you want to, like, share, comment, and subscribe to the Tube Mix YouTube channel. I remembered, not the Lightning Boy on YouTube channel, which I said.
We're still 2 away from 50. We're pretty stuck there, but you know, all it takes is 1 subscription.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, thank you for your company, JLI Wheels. Thanks for watching, guys.